And yet you gonna permanently sleep? That's what that is. That's slump. You brain slump. You brain slump. You know what that means? I mean, you ain't got shit no more. That means everything that you saw, everything that you perceived, everything that is in your reality is now different. Are you okay with that? I'm not okay with that. I like what I got. Behold, guys, it's a glorious video today. Why is it glorious? Why is it awesome? Well, let me tell you. I'm fresh, dumb fuck, out of weed, motherfucker.
I heard a knock upon my door the other day. I opened it to
All right.
find a staring in my face.
So, we're gonna have to make one. So, you see the stick right here?
Everywhere
Got a
I
little
go, I
nook
drag
in it.
this
Got a nice
just
little
in
nook.
case.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna smash it on the ground, break it, I'm gonna leave a little nook right there, okay? Now the phone will just stick right in there, kind of like a selfie stick. Now, the phone's in the stick. See, this is gonna be sober thoughts with Cringie. Sober thoughts with Cringie. Who's sober nowadays, right? Well, let me tell you something about sobriety. I'm an expert at it. Let me go ahead and tell you. Less of an expert than most people, but still an expert. More than I'd like to become. I'm barefoot out here, of course. I mean, why would I not be barefoot? Because, you know, being barefoot's better for you. It's just better. I mean, why would you put things around your feet? And you know how nasty your feet are, right? Have any idea? You got some nasty ass feet. Did you know that? Anybody ever told you how nasty your feet are? Nobody's ever told you? So basically you want to let them breathe. I let them breathe all the time. Because I ain't no nasty fucking. I ain't never had no kind of fucking toe lettuce, toe fungus. Ain't no better way to say it. But yeah, I've totally haven't had that since I stopped wearing shoes. Because I'm a hippie. This video is titled Sober Thoughts with Cringie. Why? Because I'm sober. What are we gonna do with Sober Thoughts with Cringie? We're going to make a video talking about being sober. What is sobriety? Why is it happening? Why am I making a video on this? DJ, I thought you smoked a shit ton of pot. I do. I smoke so much weed you wouldn't fucking believe it. But it's not a good thing. You hear all these people on the internet. As soon as I bring up weed in a conversation topic, these motherfuckers are all like, ew, weed, you must be so cool because you smoke weed. That's so cool. That's great. That's awesome. You're so cool. Sarcastically, of course. It's ironic as fuck. But I'm not asking for anyone to think that I'm cool. If anything, I'm pretty much the opposite. And I'll tell you why. Marijuana is not a gateway drug. There are so many different strains of marijuana. And, you know, for example, just basically a fucking plethora. There's sativas, indica, you know, you got hybrids, you got, you know, different types of terpenes. They'll make you feel different kind of way. You know, terpenes are more important than whether it's a sativa or indica. And it's really just, you know, it's up to grass, you know, whatever you want to make it to be, you know. So I thought I'd take you. Sorry, somebody just walked by. I thought I'd take you on a journey as I build this fire out here, because I've been meaning to build another fire, and that's what I like to do when I'm sober. Because you know, I get very depressed and I get very angry when I don't get my marijuana, which is sad. It's terrible. It's because it's addicting. Yeah, I'm a straight up addict. I'm a marijuana fucking addict. That's what I am. And people don't view pot smokers and, you know, like, oh, it's just a pothead, he's innocent. No, you're encouraging it. I'll have you know that I've been on Adderall, I've been so much weed you wouldn't believe it, and I've smoked cigarettes. Okay. Now, you take these three things: I don't drink, of course, because drinking is inebriating on the mind, and I do not like to have my mind altered or rewired or fucked with. That's just something that comes as being a natural human being. You don't want brain fucked with, right? Your brain's your thing that runs everything, right? That's the thing. That's the big boy. That's the CPU. You don't want to fuck with most definitely an inebriating money hole. It's just a hole that you put your money and it's never coming back. You think I'm happy? Well, I'm very lucky to be, you know, to have cheap weed delivered to my door. I'm very lucky to have that, but I still have to pay for it. And look at where I live. You think I'm in some kind of like financial state of goodness? You think I'm in some kind of like, I don't know. My point is, absolutely, marijuana does not make your mind think any better anymore. You don't have different objectives to attack for each problem that you face. See, that was why I started, was because I'm ADHD and it was my best medicine. Absolutely, you know, marijuana is my best medicine. I've tried Adderall. Adderall it was meth. I think I permanently fucked up my brain. Straight up, I think I fucked it up. I like get offended by everything. Imagine. I don't have a safe space. I want to like crawl on the ground and be like, I don't feel safe. You know, because I'm going to be honest. I want to be fucking honest with you. Yeah, not having weed has made me a whiny bastard. And it'll happen to any of y'all. You know, it doesn't matter who it is, what it's doing. You know, weed will make you anything. This conversation isn't even about weed. It's about anything that you can take that makes you feel better and it makes you happy. It may not be the most healthy thing, but you keep doing it. That's the issue. Is there are people that see this as just the god drug or the god plant. It's not really a drug. I wouldn't call it some kind of fucking straight up drug, but I would associate it in the same level as cigarettes because I'm just as addicted to nicotine. Oh, nah, I mean, I can't go a day without nicotine, but I can stop smoking weed and I can make a video like I'm making now. I've been sober all day. I was sober all day yesterday, but yesterday was the peak day. You know, you have one day where you're all like, fuck, and then after that it's just simple. It's how you deal with it. But you have to deal with it. That's the thing. And no matter how hard I try, I always find myself getting weed. I always find myself doing this. I make these excuses like it's medication, when it is. But at the end of the day, I'm sitting here, haven't ate all day because my appetite's gone. Because, you know, I haven't smoked. And I'm sitting here hungry, talking on a phone, about to set up a fire. And if you guys will join me in this meditative process while I set up this fire, I think you guys will enjoy it too. Right there should show you that I can take a hit, motherfucker. I tell you what, thank God thank God I'm a boxer. Yeah, I know a person, that was a chin shot too. Anybody would get knocked out from that shit. Another example of how everybody should what's the word for it? Everybody should train at least. You know, you should get punched in the face a few times. I'm just saying. Do it and you can do shit like this. But I broke that. That's all that matters, huh? The way you want to learn how to start a fire is you want to get some about wrist thick. Oh, look at these bugs. They're fucking roaches. But you do want to get. Can I swap the camera? No, I can't swap the camera. That's ridiculous. A stick about wrist thickness. Okay? For me, that's a big stick. So, yeah, I got a pretty big wrist. So, I want to go with that stick. And then you want to make a TP shape. Best TP. There are a lot of TP methods, but mine is tried and true. It isn't perfect, but it makes me happy, and that's all you're trying to do. You're not trying to make like a beautiful, you know, like perfect tree, you know, perfect tree canopy of a fucking campfire. You're trying to get people warm. You're trying to make food. You're trying to, you know, do things that are important. So making it pretty doesn't seem very important in my list. One of the few things you'll learn as a man is that you inherently just do not have value. You are not a valuable person. If you learn your value early as a man, it will dictate whether or not you learn other things. And what I mean by that is, well, I'm trying to put this in better words. Okay, you inherently have zero value as a man. Women, they have value. They have value because they're pretty. They're simple. They're innocent. They're little princesses, right? Little bitty princesses. That's all they are. Man, that fucking got me good. Well, little princesses. You know, they're pretty. They're great little angels, okay? Somebody's gonna take them in and take care of them. Right? And as men, we are taught from a very young age that our value does nothing but get lower. And so you need to make your time worth something to you. All right, boys, I came back in. I did it to, I don't know. It kind of knocked me crazy, you know? I mean, that was a big hit. That fucked me up, you know? I had to clean up a little bit, but that's still there because, damn. Yeah, my beard's all wiry and I know it'll hurt when I clean it. But, we're back. I can deal with a cut or a scrape, I'm fine. But, we got the log broke! We got the log broke. That's what we did. We broke the log. We broke the log. Me and you together, we broke the log. We tried hard, but mission accomplished. That's all that matters, really. Oh my god, I fucked up. After, like, that thing, you know that thing on your lip? Everybody fucking, like, what's it called? See that? Right there? What is that? What's that thing? Why is it there? It's like the peak. I, like, bit it just now when I fucking... That's pretty bad. But anyway. Alright, we're back into this action. We're back. Focus, please. Just focus already. What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, we're back. We're gonna talk about some things. Marijuana in particular. I want to keep talking about that. That's a very profound subject. Mostly for people who, I don't know. Just there's a few types of individuals I would like to kind of call out here. There's like the 4chan lurkers. There's all these fucking weirdos. They're weirdos. Come on, man. You don't do this. Don't come out here and do this. What I'm doing. You don't mow the yard. You don't even mow the yard. You live in an apartment. Looking at fucking dirt walls everywhere. Fucking, not really, but just really moldy, fucked up walls with like animals living in the walls and shit. Like, staring at the computer all day. Now, that's a life. That's a fucking life. But I'll tell you what. Can't afford to live that life. Nobody can. If you don't find yourself at least getting depressed or some shit from living that kind of life, I don't even know what type of individual you're trying to be. But I would enjoy to speak about drugs and the effect they have on the body. Everybody's talked to you about this. Everybody's fucking brought up, oh, drugs are bad. Okay. I had one type of individual come up to me. It was during, what was it called? I was in college. I was in college, and this fucking stupid woman came in and she was like talking to everybody. I had been smoking weed for so long at this point. It was 2 years ago. Probably about, I've been smoking weed since I was like 13. So this woman comes up and she's telling everybody, weed bad. Okay. Weed bad because you can overdose. Okay. I'm with you guys. Okay, like, weed's good. Come on, weed's amazing. It's the wonder drug. Really. But this is just the experience. Boy, with ADHD, it did nothing but smoke weed to cure it. See, as an individual with my inebriated brain, I do believe that also as an autistic individual, that there are stupid motherfuckers on planet Earth. You believe that? And I also believe that people who have my mental diseases, whatever they call it, whatever I was diagnosed with, people who have it, they quickly dismiss them as retards because medication, not meditation, but medication. Sorry, meditation's good, but medication is bad. It's real bad. I've never seen somebody take antidepressants and come out a normal person. I've never seen it. They're like, they got these unhealthy habits, and they form this unnatural amount of anxiety, and it's like absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I'm supposed to be anxious all the time. I'm supposed to be anxious like them because I have autism. I have Asperger's. I'm a bit aspy. But you gotta understand that just because of this shit, just because any of this, I do 110 fucking % believe that the reason why, and hear me out on this one, absolutely the reason why these fuckers are so stupid, I'm over here banging a stick on the ground trying to break it, but the reason why these fuckers are so stupid and so retarded sounding and looking, and they don't fucking talk to anybody right, and they get so anxious that they say some goddamn weird ass shit, right? There's some weird ass fuckers out there, okay? And they're just like me. But the reason why is because of medication, baby. That shit, those antidepressants, everything about it, I've seen it happen so many times to so many people. That shit will warp your brain to a whole nother dimension, motherfucker. It'll make you not even think. Ain't that scary? That's the scariest thing. It's like next to death. I hate sleeping because it's the closest thing to death that I have to deal with every day. And yet you're going to permanently sleep? That's what that is. That's slump. You brain slump. You brain slump. You know what that means? I mean, you ain't got shit no more. That means everything that you saw, everything that you perceived, everything that is in your reality is now different. Are you okay with that? I'm not okay with that. I like what I got. I like seeing nature is beautiful. I like seeing people. Humanity is a great thing. I like seeing the faults. I like seeing bad things. Now, I know it may be unnatural to hear that from anybody, but I hate, I mean, next to the next guy, I'm with the next guy about, like, you know, seeing somebody get beheaded or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But at the same time, bad things happen so that we grow from them. And if they didn't happen, you'd have a whole nother fucking Giver. You want the movie The Giver to happen in real life? Not movie, it's a book. I read the book. And then I watched the movie. Okay, I read the book like in fucking, what was it? It was 6th grade English class. But that is not the point. What the point is, it's fucking like, nothing can be perfect. We have to accept that. You can feel great. You smoke weed all the time, you feel amazing. You feel juvenized, you feel great. I go here and I work. I do everything while I'm inebriated by weed. You know? That's just the way it is. I'm just used to smoking weed to the point where I actually did. I do every task that I did. I got high so much that those tasks, I wasn't even thinking about it. They're just things being done, like driving to a place or doing this. It's from my dad, really. My dad smoked a lot. But, yeah, he works hard while he's fucking, he drives, he does everything. Because after you get past a certain point, it doesn't inebriate you anymore. It's a medication that you take to feel better. It inebriates me when I take about a 2-3 day break. Now I smoke again. That's when it inebriates me. It drives me, yeah. It does send me up the wall, but it don't make me retarded. It makes me a sophisticated thinker. About once every 3 days, weed will make me a thinker. But after that, as I continue smoking, I get dumber and dumber. It's kind of like MENTATS. It's kind of like MENTATS off of fucking, Fallout. It's basically MENTATS. I would view my marijuana ingestion a lot like MENTATS. I smoke it, I feel smarter than everybody. I'm on top of the world, motherfucker. And then, it goes away. I get sleepy. I smoke again, thinking it'll come back. It ain't coming back. You got sleepier, but you feel good, so you can go sleep. That's just the way it is. And these people, I haven't even hit this. I'm the dragon, motherfucker. It's a healthier way to get nicotine, and on top of that, it keeps people the fuck away from me. Like, I live in the middle of the hood. Like the hood. And I don't really want to talk to people. So you just puff this thing. Nobody gonna talk to you. Oh, you think you're funny? Oh, you ain't shit if you have a vape in your hand. You're not funny. You're a fucking piece of shit. Look at you. God damn it. But, point is, marijuana indigestion, throughout my life, this is unscripted by the way, has gotten progressively more intense throughout the years. I used to have like a quarter bag, right? And I used to think I was on top of the world. I let that fucker last a fucking month for a quarter. That's ridiculous. And then I started getting to the point where I was smoking weed every single time I had to inhale something. I had this fucker and a dab pen in my pocket all of last year. After I got out of the army, I got really depressed. Really, fucking shitty feeling. So, I had this in my pocket, and I had a dab pen. And I'd rip that motherfucker every time I was inhaling something. My mom would come up to me and she'd be like, "Are you always vaping?" That right there. Wake up call. But that wasn't enough, I still did it. But now that I think back on it, wake up call, motherfucker. Yeah, people hate that. I hate that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm only 21, man. I'm not supposed to be thinking about this. But I hate that. I hate the reality word. We all hate it. Wake up. When somebody says that to you, it's almost like punch you in the face, ain't it? It's almost like, what the fuck? Hey, you must be doing something stupid. You ever done something stupid? Yeah, you have. You're watching this video. You're on the internet. You've done something stupid. You have to make mistakes to become who you are. And if you didn't, you're just outright fucking lying. But the reality of the situation is, okay, you have to accept that who you are isn't whatever some fuckload on fucking 4chan wants you to be. Because I guarantee you that this motherfucker throwing out these words, oh, I love these words, my favorite words, gaslighting, scapegoating, fucking utilizing an audience, these other words that these creators have thrown out at their audiences because one of them found out what the word meant. They went in the dictionary. But then everybody else starts using it like it's some kind of big brain word. I'm gonna be honest with you. You ain't big brain. You ain't smart just because you use big words. Have you ever done a school project and for example, you give out your haiku, let's say, your intelligent speaking, your big brain as much as you can, but you make sure everybody else can understand it. You're gonna be, you're not gonna use sophisticated words and blow up their brains because, wow, no, you wanna make sure everybody can understand, especially with what you say. Nowadays, I hate it. I wish we were talking back in the 20s. I wish we all fucking spoke sophisticated and looked each other in the eye while we were doing it, and life was a drama and it was awesome. But no, motherfucker, this is 2021. When you use those big words to try and seem like a more intelligent person, these are the same people calling me out on smoking weed, by the way, when I know it's not a good thing. But the way they do it makes them seem like a fucking retard. Because these same people are those fuckers in the school project that I aforementioned. They're all like, well, as you notice, progressively, as things have gotten to their utmost breaking limit, the straw that broke the camel's back, all these, they reach out for all of, everything they can think of. And then you can hear them thinking, they're like, I felt inebriated. Shut the fuck up. Like, no, I can hear you thinking. I don't need to hear you thinking. What are you, some kind of mega mind? Some kind of... What, you're next you're going to tell me your IQ's good. Room temp IQ. As if IQ matters. Jesus, if IQ mattered, I'd be somewhere right now. If IQ mattered, when they fucking strapped me in that chair and made me do a test for 2 hours, I wouldn't have came out with, oh wow, you're some kind of genius with a 130 IQ with a motherfucking genius. Shut the fuck, I'm no genius, I'm a goddamn retard. All I'm good at is fixing computers and doing what I want to do. I ain't no fucking accountant. I'm sometimes a mathematician when I have to be. I can be an accountant, I can be anything. But at the end of the day, nobody wants me. Who wants a smart dude? Nobody. So why the fuck are you sitting here trying to act smart? Nobody cares. I mean, I don't care. I'm not trying to prove myself to you. Like, goddamn. But people who watch me, people who listen to me, know that I'm smart. Know that I can reflect good things upon other people, let's say. Because I've done my fair share of bad things. But these same intellectuals, let's call them, are sitting in their computers all day, not getting any world experience, no sun, not touching grass with their bare feet. That's what makes me happy. Touching grass with my bare feet. You know, it don't get better than that. It don't get better than stepping on a fucking anything out here. I mean, look at all these wood chips. I've been stepping on sticks and all that shit with my bare feet the whole time while we were fucking talking. Me and you, right now. You think I give a damn? No, because it's not impossible. Sure, it's uncomfortable, but it makes you a better man. It makes you healthy. It frees your feet. It builds up these calluses that are so large on the bottom of your feet that nothing will go through it. I've been stepping on glass. I can step on glass and it won't cut through my callus. I know that may be gross to talk about, but ain't that pretty cool? It's like a superhero thing. You know, I'm completely confident in stepping on anything with my bare feet. I can step on hot coals, motherfucker. I got some good feet. It's simply because I trained them. These motherfuckers ain't training a thing except how to ejaculate harder. They ain't training a thing except how to get better at Fap Hero. Watching the anime girls move their titties. That's what they're good at. And yet, they're here telling me that I am false and everything is wrong. And he called me a LARPer. A LARPer. Because I decided to share my life story because somebody else was being an asshole. So I mean, like, yeah, you want to hear about my life, I'll tell you about my life. Motherfuckers just gonna be psycho about it. You guys are fucking psycho. Dude just fucking did some psycho shit and was all like, goddamn. It doesn't matter what he said because it was irrelevant. What's relevant in this situation is the things I do when I am sober. I go outside, I bust wood, I hurt myself, I talk to myself, and then I go on a Discord server and I talk to people who disagree with me. At the end of the day, there's no political shit going on. There's nothing like that going on up here. Why the fuck? I want to be a real American. I want to be ran by the state. I want to be out here. I want to be out here in the middle of nowhere. Nobody knows who I am, and nobody knows who I am and what I'll do. Nobody knows where I am, who I am, what I am. I'm just Cringie, and that's my character. In the middle of fucking nowhere. So nobody knows me. And even if they tried, I bet you they couldn't. They couldn't figure a way out. I can't figure a way out, so I sure as shit know that they cannot figure me out. But, I mean, it's fine. I'm 21. It's fine. I mean, that's the way everybody deals with things, right? It's the way everybody sees himself at 21, I hope. You know, if you don't see yourself as some kind of fucking loser that you don't know at 21 years old, I genuinely think that you're one of those fucking kids who peaked at a very young age. You wanna know my life peaked? Hurt my fucking jaw. I just got beat the fuck out of by a tree. You know that? Fucking beat, dude. I got beat. Well, let me tell you. I was having a discussion with myself earlier on the video. You know, on the video thing. After I punched myself in the face with a fucking with a fucking tree. That was fun. Yeah, that was because I was trying to break a giant log, but don't get to doing something. Let's get to doing something, you know? Let's get to doing something, you and me. You and me, boys. We're gonna do something. What we gonna do? Well, you're gonna find out. I'm thinking. Now I gotta find a place for me to set up this phone at, right? This is gonna be a 100% natural fire. What I mean by natural, when I found you, I was at my end. We're gonna just break shit. I'll find you. You are I am a grain of sand in waves of motion, a violent craven. Do not burn plastic in our fires. It's bad for the environment. It's bad for your fire. You always want. Look at this. That right there, that's some charcoal. That's some good charcoal. Charcoal is good. It keeps your fire running. You wake up in the morning, after you're taking your nap, from your survival, you know, activities, you can use this charcoal. This charcoal is very important. Yeah, just remember, don't use plastic in your fires. It will do nothing but melt to the bottom and make it very hard to light again. Make a fire, you want to do a TP shape. Some kind of form or fashion, you want to try and make a TP.
No matter where you're from, been many good dog was a friend to a man, but Sam was the greatest one. He was the hound of hounds, he was the wonder of all walkers. You want
to be patient. You want to be a fucking idiot. Being a fucking idiot.
He was my best friend.
It's bad. You're a fucking idiot. You'll lose your head off your shoulders if you're not careful. Now that's a good foundation. Now that you have your foundation, you can start building upon it.
He was a rhino of the litter, but a plenty mean pup. Put Sam on the scent, and he never let up. Spent his nights on the porch, chewing on a bare bone. Now he's underground, and I'm all alone.
That's a snake.
Well, a good dog on the ground's worth 3 in the saddle. No matter where you're from, been many good dog was a friend to a man, but Sam was the greatest one. He was a hound of hounds. He was the wonder of all walkers. He loved howling at the moon. He loved treeing that raccoon. Most of all, he was my best friend, and he's gone too soon.
Ask yourself a question. Which way does heat go? Heat goes up. Heat goes up. And it keeps going up. So, with your TP, after you've established your foundation for the fire, make sure that if you find a branch like this or anything like that, then if it's dry as fuck like this is, I mean, like, look at this. I could just break it. So, in reality, these kinds of sticks need to go in the middle. Okay? Something like this. You can break it. That's dry. That's not dry. But with this wet wood, still, it's dry enough to where you could put it in the middle as well. And what I mean by the middle, I'll show you. But what goes on top is where fire goes, is up, okay? So you want to get your small twiggy trees and all that. The stuff with the bush ends, that goes on the top of the fire no matter what. Now I have these trees that I found in my backyard. Something like this would certainly lean against our foundation in such a way that every bit of all this extra shit gets burnt. Now, we're gonna take a look at our fire, huh? We're gonna take a look at it, okay? So, I got ants all over my shit. Well, when we look at our fire here, you can see that's a good foundation. That's a damn good foundation. What are we gonna do with this foundation? We're gonna make a fire with this foundation. But before we do that, we need some kindling. Y'all know what kindling is? I'll show you. Kindling, some dry, old, crusty fucking wood, or something like this. That's a kindling. Something like this. That's for sure kindling. You break it up, small, burn fast, easy. That's the idea. If you have your charcoal in the wild and it's still burning, it will keep burning. You just don't see it. For about, I've had it burn for about 24, 26 hours sometimes. A long time. This right here, this burnable as fuck. Look how wobbly that is. That's dry. You can feel it when you pick it up. You know what dry is. You don't even have to kick it with your toe. You just pick it up. It's like, yeah, that's dry. That's drier than a motherfucker. But what you do with this dry kindling, like I said, you're throwing it in the middle. Right here. On top of all this shit. Don't have to look pretty. It needs to burn though. Burning is what's important. I accidentally made that shit look good, by the way. That TP made it look good. Accidentally. You hear that? Accident. But that's some Bob Ross shit right there. Don't have to be pretty to keep you alive. And that's all that matters.
She must go back home with me. Said get your mule away this pole. Said you both down there go beats. So do climb back up on Shamrock. Me and Juanita went home happily.
I don't know. It needs to say, hey, I will burn. It needs to say, I am the burniest motherfucker you ever saw on planet Earth. Now, that's a big fucking wet stick. That's big. What are we gonna do about that? I don't got an axe. So certainly, we will get primitive up in this motherfucker. Shit dirt right there, look at that. It's fucking sand. Yeah, that's fucking sand, dude. Absolutely fucking sand. Look at that. Just fucking sand, dude. It's terrible. You don't want dirt like that. Nobody wants dirt like that. You can't grow shit in this. But I don't give a fuck. Because I think, damn, it smells good. Dirt smells good. Give it that. That's pretty nice. It smells like sandalwood. It's a good smell. It's one of my favorites, actually. I don't have many good smells. I'm not really a smeller. Are there particular types of people that are labeled as smellers on planet Earth? Do they smell things? Yeah, like wine tasters? Yeah, they smell things. They smell things pretty good. You know, they're pretty good at smelling things, I would imagine. Right? Right? Why don't I get a wine taster over here? Tell me how important smell is. Huh? That'd be sick. Yeah. I think my significant other is a wine taster. Seems the type. I can ask. It's heat being expelled at very fast volumes. Heat is what runs the world, baby. Look at that mosquito bite. That's huge. But that's what runs the world, baby. Heat. I'll tell you why heat's important. Okay? Heat is what makes the engines in your car. God damn. Took away a wrinkle. Sick. It's like a de-aging process. It's sick. Anyway. Yeah. Takes away your wrinkles. That's sick. I'm getting fucked up. Anyways. Yeah. Yeah, we officially did a fire today. Because I'm sober. And it makes me happy to do this. It does. It makes me happy to work with wood. I'll tell you something. I'll leave you with some very valuable information that nobody else is ever going to tell you throughout your life. Because I'm pretty sure I invented it. Here's the thing about wood cutting and working with wood. The reason why it's so interesting to me, the reason why it keeps my mind occupied, is because when you cut wood, when you break wood, when you look at wood, you are seeing a different pattern that no other human being has ever seen in his entire life. What I mean is when you cut wood, you are seeing a pattern that nobody else. That wood pattern is a particular pattern that nobody else has ever seen. And that's what makes it beautiful to me. That's a pretty fire. I like that fire. That's a nice fire. Now, what do you want to do when, well, a particular average individual, what does he do when he runs out of weed? Huh? That's a thought. That's a thought for you. What do you do when you run out of weed, everybody? Think about that. It's truly American to be able to come out here and build a fire. It's the most beautiful thing anybody can do. And anybody can do it. They come out here and train how to build a fire, do it every time. You might hurt yourself, might fuck up your jaw like I did. But hell, you come out of it a stronger person every time. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Every time you will feel it. You will come in, you will feel it. You will know that you came out a more refined individual now that you built that fire. You know what it's like to be primitive. You've seen that heat firsthand. You've seen that energy being expelled in front of your face. Growing, magnifying, producing what it needs to produce and magnify and grow. It's excellent, really. Seeing how it grows, what it's attracted to. You know, many people don't even know that. What's flammable, what's not. Hell, you can know. Anything you find, whether it be a stick or whatever, if it was crafted by Mother Nature and if it was once living, it can burn. And the reason why, I know it's some kind of oxygen shit. It's really a chemical reaction. That's fire, but I tend to think, because it's more beautiful for me to think this way. You can judge me or not, but I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I think that fire is the last true send-off, like the grand finale of what, you know, your eternal essence has been. You know, the grand finale, the last of your energy going into the universe. That's what I think it is. But hey, I think that these trees have energy. everywhere you look. It's all energy, motherfucker. But yeah, that's going off into space. I'm not a spiritual motherfucker either, so don't even hit me with that. You spiritual? I'm a fucking idiot. Nah, I don't care. It's more healthy to think a certain way, because ignorance is bliss. And if I'm ignorant, I don't want to know. That's the way it is. I'm sure everybody else feels the same. Beautiful is I can expel this energy anywhere, like anywhere, absolutely. Wherever I'm at, I can get this energy and I can just let it go free, you know? And that's why it really excites me. So, this fire right here, I'm gonna do a video of it. I'm gonna upload it so you guys can see it. What the fire has become, the fire in which we have crafted together. Well, yeah, hell yeah, I got hurt like a motherfucker because of this fire, because I was throwing a log around and I hit myself in the jaw with it, but worth it, because I came out a stronger person and I came out more happy, and that's just the way it is. If you don't get sun, get it, motherfucker, because you're gonna be sad.